So we bought 17s for the EG because 15s couldn't really cope with the heat or the power really. We knew they couldn't cope at full power, but even at the lower boost setting for racing, they're still borderline. So these came up, it all happened pretty fast, and we ended up buying these two sets of number 17 ET33 ATS DTCs. So we've got 255 4017s on the front, 225 45 17s on the back. So we haven't done any modifications at the back yet, but as you can see, we've got just about enough room anyway. Probably going to have to do a bit more doctoring down here, and we'll probably get rid of that bumper tab, and we're going to cut this out down here just in case really. I mean obviously the wheel's never going to go up that high, but probably just need rid of that bit, but we'll get rid of it all anyway. But at the front, the wings are now spaced out, as you can see. And to do that, underneath here there's a pinch weld. So we knocked the pinch weld flat so that we can space the wing out. As you can see, it's moved over slightly. And then under here, the wing bracket is spaced off at the back, so that where it meets that, it's now bolted through that front hole instead of the back hole because it doesn't line up anymore. And then we trimmed where the bumper would normally mount, so our bumper mounts on here, so we don't need the bumper mount on the wing anymore, so that's cut off. And then these lips were rolled originally all the way around, but now we've cut those off totally. Still need to do a bit more rolling on that back bit there. And that's about it. So it's still at the height it was on the 15s. It's still at the same camber settings. So we're going to test it like this, and hopefully we've got enough clearance. See, we've done this one as well. Just the same. Obviously we've got some dodgy bonnet gaps now, and some dodgy gaps around the indicator, but function over form and all that. So for the flat floor, don't know how dark it's going to be under here on camera. So there's some aluminium mounted to the bottom of the side skirts. Then he's welded these pedestals along the outer edge to take the weight. And then on the inner edge, next to the tunnel, there's these other pedestals. So it's in 3 pieces, the floor. So each side, and then there'll be a separate piece for the exhaust tunnel. And then at the back, these brackets mount it up to the diffuser. And at the front, at the minute it's sitting on top of the splitter, but eventually I think we're going to trim it to meet it flush. So this material is 3mm dye bond?
Dye bond,
Alumalite. So it's like, I don't know if you can see on this, but it's like aluminium with like a core sandwiched between 2 sheets of aluminium. And then the exhaust tunnel part is just going to be made out of normal. I think that's 1mm, is it, Ali?
Yeah, I would have done it out to 1.5, but we're just swiping some of it from the ducting. So
Yeah.
see how this goes.
So Josh has got a bit further on with the flat floor. As you can see, it protrudes at the side, so hopefully it picks up a bit more downforce. Probably have to block that off in there with something, and I think we'll put in some sort of edging on here, like a set gainer along the outer edge and at the back edge. So in our race series, you're allowed, I don't know what if there's a maximum width, but it can't be any wider than the widest part of the car. So as you can see, we're well inside the wing mirrors there, and the wheel even. So underneath now, as you can see, if I can get down here. So that's it all temporarily fastened up. So we've had to, I don't know if I can move them, extend our jacking points through the floor. So they're welded to the original jacking points and like sandwiched. So they should be plenty strong enough. The centre bit where the exhaust is, we've put a duct, because obviously it's going to get really hot. And at the minute, we've left a gap at the back because we're not sure just how hot it's going to get. So we want to try it first. It may be that we can't run this centrepiece at all if it gets too hot in the car. But we'll find out when we test. If you look where it mounts up to the diffuser, I don't know if you can see, but it kind of slopes up to meet it. So it gives us a nice transition. It actually extends the diffuser effectively, so we should gain a bit, hopefully, off that. So yeah, as I say, it's still not finished yet. We're missing some hardware, and I think some of the jacking points still need some more weld on because we've run out of gas. So Josh will finish that up this weekend, hopefully. Then we'll peel the backing off, and that'll be nice and dark coloured like the diffuser. Should look pretty cool. So in here, to fit the 17s, there's normally a pinch weld that runs along there, all the way down to the bottom. As you can see, it's like that. So we've knocked that flat and then just sealed it up and painted over it to stop the tyre grabbing out of it. Other than that, you shouldn't need to do too much. And in an ideal world, we would cut this out, because they do normally make contact here and probably on this back as well. But you can put spaces in your bump stops to stop the body to wheel contact, so we can stop that. But probably over winter, we will cut these out and effectively sort of half tub it to give us more clearance. We're going to run a spacer. As you can see, there's one on there now, just to give us a little bit of extra clearance. But like I say, in an ideal world, you'd cut these two bits out and tub them to give you the extra room. The only other thing, like I say, in the lock, it might touch, but it's a race car. We don't need 3.10 parking lock. And you use not that much lock when you're on track. So that's it, really. Okay, so we weighed these wheels compared to the 15s, obviously a lot bigger, so that means a lot more weight. So they're actually, I think, 21 kilograms, the fronts, and just short of 20 for the rears. And the 15s were, I think, about 15 kilograms all in. So we've gained 5 kilograms a corner there, 20 kilograms. And the flat floor stuff has also added about 20 kilograms. So we're 40 kilograms heavier all of a sudden. It might not be obviously we're gaining through grip and through the downforce of the flat floor. So I don't think it's going to hinder us any. But if we need to go back to the dyno and tweak the map to get back to our perfect brake horse per tonne, then that's what we'll have to do. But we'll test it and find out. We're at Cadwell on an evening session on the 29th of June. So we'll see how it goes there, and then we're racing at Brands Hatch on the 2nd of July, all being well.